how this one single Shopify product made me over $30,000 in sale at a very profitable ROAS of a 3x and above in a period of just about 3 months. And this is actually a very interesting story, and this product itself is a product I actually cherish very dearly, simply because during a certain time period, and I'll be showing you guys exactly what I'm talking about very shortly, this product was one of my first winning products when I needed that extra revenue boost to basically scale my Shopify store by getting more team members, by putting more in ads, and really taking the entire brand to the next level. And the product I'm referring to is this one right here on my screen. Now, a very interesting side note in case you want to then go on Google and try to find my store by kind of reverse engineering this, I no longer sell this product for a variety of different reasons. One of them being, a lot of dropshipping competitors have kind of entered the market and have decided to basically sell the same exact thing by basically starting price wars. And this is one thing I really recommend a lot of Shopify dropshippers don't do, because in the end, it just ends up killing the entire product. And when you start price wars, nobody really benefits. But later on, I'll be talking about more of the things which happens right when you start copying your competitors and why I was the first person to basically sell this product. But a bit of an overview of this product. So if we go inside and just look at the all-time date range for this product, we can see that this product basically started to sell in Q2 of 2020 is when it really started to take off, and it continued well into the third quarter until basically the first quarter of the next year of 2021. That's when I basically shut off this product, simply because this was more of a product that did better in Q4, but it's not that it couldn't have done any better in Q1, Q2, Q3, etc. It's simply because by this time, because I was basically pumping out a lot of ads for this with a lot of budget, the product had basically gotten a lot of competitors at this time, and I didn't really think it was fit for me to continue trying to get sales from this product when I could go on and find newer products. But what I want to show you guys is the specific selling price. So I was selling this product for roughly $93, and some stats on the product, I was basically sourcing the product for about $48 in total. It was getting sold on eBay for $45 with $3 for shipping, which made it about $48. And yes, this product was getting shipped from the US, hence why I was able to scale it very seamlessly, very easily, without too many issues. And that left me with an overall profit margin of about $45 all the way up to $48, depending on if people took my upsells, downsells, etc. So that was very healthy profit margins I was working with. And as you can see, during this time period, the cost per conversion was only $25. So that means I was left with about $20 to $25 profit at the end. I was not running this at a break even, and even though the ROAS was just a 3x. So if we go ahead and look at the ROAS column right over here, by choosing that, we can see that the overall ROAS was about a 3.17. There were times when it was a 3.42 right in the beginning, but still very, very profitable because the break even ROAS for this was very low. So those were some of the stats I was dealing with. And on this time period, if we again change this to cost over conversion to just the conversion value, we can see that in total it got me about $30,000 in sales. This does not fully calculate everything, so it was well above 30,000 for a total ad spend of 9.19 thousand. Now, the reason why this is such a special product to me and why I'm making a whole entire video on this was because the strategies I actually used to not only find this product but end up making it a winning product and then scaling it to the moon were not any different than what I teach on my YouTube channel or what I implement on my Google Ads agency clients under my agency Yoru Marketing, which if you're doing $30,000 or more in sales and you need some help taking your brand to the next level, go onto my website at yorumarketing.com and book a free call with me to see how we can possibly work together to get you bigger results, even bigger than these, and that too consistently, because this is just one product of the many which I was selling during this time period. If we look at this campaign right here, this did stop basically October 2021 because another campaign was started. But looking at the conversion value over cost, a lot of products did really, really well. This one was the product at the very top, but the ROAS for the others, 3x, 12x, even 63x, of course, those were like real golden diamond winning products. And I'll be going over some tiers as to what products are and what tiers they are classified in based on the sales once they get very shortly. But the main place that I really found this product was doing product research on eBay. Now, you don't necessarily need to do product research if you're running a real brand, but for those of you that do need to do product research, I applied the same exact techniques that I always teach on my YouTube channel. So what I did in the beginning was I just simply went on eBay, and during that time period, because it was late Q2, eBay had already started recommending some products which are more on the electronic side, simply because of the changing season. So as seasons change, eBay's daily deal section, which is this one on the top left, also starts recommending different things, basically what it knows that is going to sell well during this time period. So I literally found this product on the daily deal section, like you see right here. This is a Samsung Galaxy Tab, but that product, the digital drawing pad, which is what it's called, was something I found right over here while I was scrolling through, just looking for new product ideas. So there was nothing really crazy in how I actually found that product. Once I found that product, the next steps were very simple to what I always do. So for example, let's scroll through and look at one sample product. For example, this one right here, a compound miter saw. So my next step, if this were the product that I had found earlier, that was my main winning product, would have been to just basically search up the main keyword which describes that product. In this case, it would be the compound miter saw, or meter saw, however you say it, or just the miter saw, and then go from there doing keyword research, basically following my keyword research tutorial I have on YouTube or within my Google Ads course, doing the same exact things, and then actually figuring out whether this product is ideal or not. In that case, that product was ideal because there were a lot of drawing pads available. And if we go onto a special website called isearchfrom.com, which I always use to do my research because I want to mimic a random search done within the United States, and we typing the main keyword for that product, in that case it was the digital drawing pad, we can see exactly what's coming up. So if we go on to the shopping tab, I did notice, by the way, similar listings coming up during that time, but what I did notice is a lot of these, they had kind of different images. For example, this one very similar to what my winning product was right here, just with a sort of a different image overall. But here you go, right here, this is the same exact product I was selling, but this is from AliExpress. But what I was basically looking at during that time period was there weren't too many people actually selling this product. Actually, there was really nobody selling this product, and a lot of the product images were like these one right here with a basic white background, nothing too special, nothing too crazy. So my idea was to come in and come with a brand new image, because this product, a digital drawing pad, has thousands and thousands of sellers. I would not be able to compete based on the product itself. But if I applied my other techniques, which I always teach on my YouTube channel, as to how to stand out of the crowd, in this case through an image, I knew that this image was perfect because nobody else really had an image like that. As you can see, a lot of them were basic plain images like these, or with an image with just maybe a little bit of a difference like this one right here. There was no real image where it was kind of slanted and it had some kind of image on the product itself, like this one right here. Of course, a full-on copy of what I used to sell. I no longer sell this product again because of drop shippers like these. Very bad business practices, and this Shopify store is open to a DMCA directly from me, but I won't really spend time doing that because I'm always trying to find new winning products rather than chase after these competitors or chase after other people's winning products, because that's no way to build a real sustainable business. But that's definitely what I was doing during that time period, and that's what I saw, which is why I decided to sell this product at a premium price, because the next thing that really depends on whether this product sells or not is the pricing. And I did see some selling at over $100. I did see some selling at less than $100, like 60, 80, etc. But again, with pricing, you don't want to start price wars. I like to be the average, right in the middle. So what I did is I just put it up at $93. That left me with ample amounts of room to actually grow and scale this product, which again was something I was able to do because of the image mostly. I had a very good CTR. If we go ahead and change this to CTR, we can see that the CTR is actually 1.49%, and during that time period the CTR was actually a 3%. Absolutely insane, but that lets you know when you actually have a winning product. The CTRs go crazy like that. A lot of people struggle to even get a 0.5% CTR, where I was running at a 3% CTR during that time period, and that is simply because of the image itself and because Google realized I was onto a winning product. So this is how you know if you have a winner, by the way. If the CTR goes crazy, you start getting sales. That's basically a a real given sign that you have a winning product. And if we look at the conversion value during that time period, it wasn't too high, just 3,196, but the CTR was kind of a giveaway that this was a winner. And then next quarter, it actually started to increase. The CTR did drop because, again, I was in the scaling phase, but I did $24,000 in sales just in the third quarter for this given product. And this brings me to the next part of the video as to what did I do differently in terms of the campaign strategy for Google to understand that this was a winning product. So if you look at this campaign very closely, you will understand that this is actually a general testing campaign, nothing too crazy that I used to do during that time period, and still what I recommend right now as well. The bidding was changed later on to enhance CPC for some reason, but during that time period, this was actually running on maximize clicks at around a 45-cent bid limit, nothing too crazy, just very simple strategies as to what I always recommend. And it was working very, very well. So that's all I really did in terms of the campaign strategy type. My first step was to actually add this to my store. Once it was added to my store, they automatically got fed into this campaign because, again, this was a general testing campaign, testing all products. And that's what happens with a general testing campaign. As you add more and more products, they automatically get fed into your general testing campaign if it's testing all products. And then as Google starts to understand the product, as it starts to figure out whether it's a winning product or not, it automatically starts to spend money on it. You don't have to tell Google to spend money on it. You don't have to force anything. It's literally automatic. I didn't even notice this product because I had forgotten about it after adding it until it actually started getting me sales and until I saw the CTRs. So in essence, what I'm trying to say is if a product is a winning product, you will know. You don't have to force a product to be a winner. You don't have to do all these formulas or do all these crazy things. It's just a very clear concept that the product is a winner once you actually start looking at the stats and once you start getting the sales. Because at the end of the day, if it's getting sales a lot and it's also profitable, that is a full-on winning product. But what I want you to understand is the sales might not necessarily start right away from the beginning. This product, I had actually added this product in late Q1, but as you can see, it had actually started to sell in early Q2. So it took an entire quarter for it to really start pumping out, for it to really start gaining any type of momentum. And there's nothing crazy about that. This is just the time period when people were actively selling for that product, when the impressions were going up for this product. So that means more and more people were searching for digital drawing pads during this time, which is why Google thought it was a good idea to show my product more often to the audience. But once you kind of identify the winning product and once Google kind of gets the hang of it, what starts to happen is Google starts to pump majority of the budget to this given product. So if we change everything now and just look at the cost, we can see that automatically the cost went from $900 in the second quarter to $7,000 in the third quarter. I did not necessarily tell Google to go out and spend more money on this because, again, this is a general testing campaign. It decided to do that on its own. But what I did do is I was increasing the budget of the overall campaign every 7 to 14 days based on how the campaign was performing. So that's all I really did, but Google decided to pump more and more budget to this product, and that's essentially what happens. But here's the interesting thing. Your product will start to spend more money regardless of whether it's getting you a lot of sales or not, simply based on the search impression share and simply based on how many people are actually searching for that product in that given time period within that market. So for instance, if I was basically getting a lot of impressions for this product during this time period and Google noticed I was getting a lot of CTR, just a lot of eyeballs in general for this product, it would still pump a lot of extra budget to this product regardless of whether I was actually getting sales or not. And that's simply because Google wants its own profits. If it sees that a given product within a given market has a lot of increasing demand, it's going to start trying to pump your product for that given market more and more often, regardless of whether you're getting the amount of sales or not. Because again, Google is a business of its own. It wants to kind of extract a lot of extra ad spend from you so it can make money. It doesn't necessarily care about the sales that you get. Of course, that is something Google does focus on, at least that's what they say, but that's not necessarily what they will always focus on. At the end of the day, it's about search impression share and what budget you are giving to Google. But if you do play your cards right, if you have a good image, if you have a good landing page, everything is ideal, your keyword relevance is there, then you are gonna get results as a byproduct. That's simply what happened. Google necessarily didn't go out to just get me sales here. It just noticed more people were searching for it, and because everything I had going on here was ideal, that's why I started to get sales, not because of anything Google was doing differently. But this brings me to the scaling technique, because during this time period, I was not just relying on this general testing campaign to scale this product. And if you are doing something similar as of right now, that might not necessarily be the right strategy to go about this. And that's simply because you want to kind of diversify your nets and diversify the income that you're getting from a given product during its scaling phase. So again, every product has ups and downs. Every product has a lifetime. So this product lifetime was basically about 2 quarters. So from the beginning of second quarter all the way to the end of the fourth quarter is when this product was alive, doing well. But during this time, I was again trying different scaling methods. Some of them included single product ad group campaigns, and the reason I'm not really showing them is because they didn't perform that well. I was also trying out more and more smart shopping during this time period. So I had a smart shopping campaign going on with all winning products. This product was within that smart shopping campaign. But one thing I definitely noticed was I was not really able to scale that smart shopping campaign to the level I wanted it to. And that's simply a problem that you get with smart shopping, especially if you set a target ROAS percentage. So if you really want to scale past a certain level with smart shopping, it might be ideal to just not leave a target ROAS percentage or even leave that box checked at all, and just let it run on its own will, get you the data that you need based on the data it's getting from the people that are currently searching within the market. So that's one thing I noticed with smart shopping. So at the end of the day, I was mostly relying on this general testing campaign, and that's when the results kind of dropped, which is when I was doing a lot of the testing to kind of keep this product going. But this brings me to the next part of the video, which is the longevity of a given winning product. And the main question they ask is, how long do you find that winning products actually stay winning products? Meaning, how long do they sell? How much results do you often get? And how long can you expect to kind of make your business float with that one single product? And this kind of brings me to one main thing which I don't really like about Google, and that is its ability to kind of sustain a product for too long of a time. This is one reason why I also don't recommend single product stores with Google Ads, and that's simply because with Google Ads, there is a lot of things that determine whether you get sales or not. And if there's a lot of competition going on, there's a lot of bidding wars, there's a lot of pricing wars, etc., you're just gonna have a lot of trouble really getting your store to the next level. So what I really recommend is you kind of make a niche store or a general store and diversify your traffic. If you're already running with Google Ads and you're scaling, you definitely want to kind of look into adding more to your product line, especially if you're running a real e-commerce brand, because with Google, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. Your competitors might catch up, your bidding might just go crazy, Google might bring on a new update which just completely diminishes your overall impression share because of certain violations your account is now in, or simply because Google just doesn't like your product anymore and your product just gets a violation and your account gets suspended completely. So because of that, you want to kind of diversify your pool in terms of how many products you sell. But now I like to classify the tiers between 4 different types. The first tier is called the bronze tier, second one the silver tier, third one the gold tier, and the fourth one is called the diamond tier. I would actually classify this product as a gold tier product, not really a diamond tier product, but here are the classifications of every tier. So a bronze tier is basically a winning product which kind of lasts about a few days to a few weeks, might even be about 1 to 3 months in total, and it kind of gets you a few sales here and there, but it's not really a product that's consistently getting you tens and hundreds of sales every single day. It might get you 1 to 3 sales a day, but that's pretty much it, and you can't really scale it further. That's a bronze tier product. Next tier is called the silver tier winning product, and this tier is where a product might be running for actually about 1 month to 5 months. I like to kind of classify this product as something that actually runs for about 3 months on average. It gets you about 3 to 5 sales, might even be 10 sales every single day, and on a weekly basis it's very consistent. So out of the 7 days in a week, it might get you sales 5 days in a week. So that's a silver tier product. Next one, gold tier product, which is what this was, gets you daily sales, about 5 to 10, maybe even 20 sales a day, lasts about 1 to 2 quarters. So in this case, it might be about 5 to 6 months. It might even be 7 to 8 months, but a gold tier product, very good product. You can do about 5 figures, even 6 figures with a gold tier product. And the next tier product is called the diamond tier product. These products, very hard to come by, but these are basically those evergreen products where you can sell them for a year, 2 years, 5 years, and so forth. Some of these products I am selling for a longer period of time, even now to this day, or these products can also be those that can be revived year after year. And this is like your main winning product which your business runs off of. You can get 10, 20, 50, 100 sales a day from this product depending on the search impression share, how many people are searching for it, etc., and the overall profit margin. So obviously this product right over here, if it could have been scaled to a much greater level, it could have been actually a diamond tier product. Because if you look at the ROAS, it's a 63x. Even this one right here, so this one got about $19,000 in sales. It was running for a good amount of time, but it did get a 12x ROAS, 57 conversion, so not bad, but again, not really diamond tier worthy because it did eventually die out, didn't last those 12 months, 24 months, etc. time period. So these are the different tiers. You want to have winning products that go across all these tiers. So don't just look for diamond tier products to make your life, because you want to have a mix of all of these kind of working together to make your business be consistent day in and day out, because eventually every product will die, doesn't matter what tier it is from. But definitely winning products can be revived year after year if it's a seasonal product, that too. And you can revive the winning products through various different methods like split testing methods. I even released a video on that you can look on my channel. But that is pretty much it as to how I was able to take one product to over $30,000 in sales with just Google Ads. Again, if you want to achieve similar results, or if you just need help scaling past that $30,000 a month level, go onto my website at yourmarketing.com and book a free call with me to see how we can possibly work together to take your brand to the next level. And the free call, you get a free strategy report, and you still get that even if you don't necessarily work together. But again, go to my website and book that free call. And if you found any type of value in this video, destroy that like button and destroy that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video.